They got a couple of tractors doing some cutting of the, the plants, grass lines and stuff. So it's pretty loud. But the second question asked, I don't know if it's who is Autumn Illumination or what is Autumn Illumination. Autumn Illumination was a name for a music project I came up with fairly recently. One of the different ideas I have for a band name, going back to, I think if I could remember correctly, the list of band names that I had that I wanted to create was Neon Nights, Aerodynamic Abnormality, Mute Noise, and the butterfly and the teddy bear. That was right after Aerodynamic Abnormality, and pretty recently Autumn's Illumination. So Illumination. So the name is a play on the term AI, which I'm a fan of, but I see the pros and cons to it. The autumn part is because I was born December 4th, 1993, so that was in the season of autumn. Although I lived most of my life convincing myself it was winter, it actually was autumn, and my grandmother pointed it out to me a couple years ago. Illumination, that's a play on for the term Illuminati, which is like I don't agree with the the media's version of it. I look at it more as like I discovered this through both a motivational video and a website that taught about the good side to that in yourself, and finding the greatness in yourself, and how you can use different theories in life based on illumination to not only find your greater self version, but also influence others to find their greater self version without the dark energy that is portrayed in society. I'd like to talk more about that in a different video. It might be a video for one of my podcast episodes. But that's so that's where kind of like the name came from. The theory I had for the band was that it was going to be it was going to be four of my different personalities into one group, and maybe it will work someday, but the problem is that there's a lot going on, and it's hard for me to kind of focus on making rock music and what have you that I want to do, but there's just I don't have a drum kit, so it's hard to do things with drums unless I can find a spot to rent one or find a way to something like that. But I'm really not worried about that right now. I'm kind of more worried about just organizing old things that I have, and then making room for new things, because it's just clutter on top of each other. But yeah, so the band was supposed to be that everyone was supposed to be able to do vocals. Alexander Lynn was a personality that came up who portrays my old backyard wrestling character, Dark Rocker. He was going to be on guitars. Maxwell Robertson was going to be on piano or keyboard. And I'd like to talk about their personalities too at some point. John Forrest was going to be on drums, and then Delilah Bliss was going to be on bass. And that's Autumn's Illumination was there's no best way to describe them, but I'll say that I'll say that the biggest influences were probably like that I thought of when I came up with the idea was both the Beatles and Muse, and some elements of other things like Silversun pickups, just like kind of like artists that really blew my mind away to the point where it's like, I have to have at least an album that's like, okay, like this is inspiring. Diamond Delilah's birthday is July 17th, which was influenced by the Beatles, or not the Beatles, I'm sorry, the Muse album Origin of Symmetry, which is my favorite album of all time.